Copyright is something most of you probably don't think about too much. We live in a world where we share all kinds of information and entertainment without thinking twice about it. We know that it is illegal to share media, but most of you have done it and will likely continue to do it. So what's the point of learning about something you might just ignore? It's good to know that the point of copyright is to protect a creator's intellectual property, and at some point that property might be yours. You can also be required to remove copyrighted content from a project you've worked on, or even be sued by the copyright holder. A common misconception among students and educators is that if it's for school or other educational purposes, then it automatically falls under fair use, meaning that it's okay for me to use it without worrying about copyright law. That's not 100% true, but it's good to know that fair use is defined by the U.S. Copyright Office as the purpose and character of the use, including whether the use is of commercial nature or is it for nonprofit educational purposes, the nature of the copyrighted work, amount of sustainability of the portion used in relation to the copyrighted work as a whole, and the effect of the use on the potential market for or the value of the copyrighted work. It's kind of confusing. So it's best as a student if you don't assume just because you can't see a copyright symbol the work has no copyright. Don't assume that giving someone credit means you're not breaking copyright law. Even if you're not using someone else's content to make money, that it's going to be okay to use their copyrighted material. And also don't assume that work on the internet is automatically in the public domain. What is the public domain? Public domain is works that are not protected by copyright, and there's actually a lot of things considered public domain, such as facts, familiar symbols, numbers, government works and documents, and also work with expired copyright. Copyrights don't last forever, so once a copyright has expired, you can pretty much use the work as you wish. There's also some other free stuff you can find, and usually that's in the Creative Commons. Creative Commons is a nonprofit organization that allows people to share their content through free legal tools and still reserve some rights to their creative and intellectual property. Most of the content is free for educational use. As a student, it's best just to use the safety zone checklist if you're concerned about copyright. 1. Use your own original content whenever possible. 2. Always give credit when credit is due. 3. Use material in the public domain. 4. Use material in the Creative Commons. And be sure that you're using far more of your own content than anyone else's.